Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer. Today we have the DeeZee Tailgate Assist installed on our 2021 Ford F-450. If you are tired of your tailgate kind of slamming down whenever you open it, making it a little spooky whenever you have to load things into your truck bed, or you're looking for something where you don't have to support the full weight of the tailgate as it comes down, well, this Tailgate Assist is something definitely worth looking into just to make things a lot smoother. This strut is added on to your current setup of your F-450. So no drilling, no tampering required. You just utilize the current hardware that is on your truck, and this is in addition to the tailgate cable that is used to support your tailgate. So that way, you just add this into the holes that are already on your tailgate and truck. Now, I've installed this on a bunch of different trucks, and what I've actually noticed for the F-450 is that it's not as slow as the one I installed on an F-150. So what I mean by it is, see how there's still a little bit of a good movement in that first 25% of the lowering of the tailgate? That is something to watch out for. For other trucks, it usually is slow the whole way down. And the reason for that is just because of how large the tailgate is, how heavy it is, and it has to get through that first movement before that strut engages and gives you that slow lowering experience. But for everyone that I've installed this for, no matter what type of truck they have, they've always had really good feedback on this even after months and months of use. So something that was mentioned a lot was sometimes they might have their hands full of something, so all they can do is just reach over and pull the handle for their tailgate, and now they're able to set things into their truck bed. Also, since this is a part that is used in addition with your tailgate, this doesn't change the weight capacity. Your weight capacity is going to be the same since the cables on your tailgate are doing all the work still. This just kicks into gear or is used during that lowering part. So it's nice to know that you're not compromising any of the features of your F-450, you're just upgrading it. And funnily, another common question that I would get is, do I need 2 of these struts for my tailgate? And the answer is no. You really should only need 1. In fact, this is designed to be used on its own on the driver's side, and it's more than sufficient to be able to support the weight of your tailgate during lowering, and you wouldn't need to use 2 of these struts. So if you're curious about how easy or difficult it may be to install on your own truck, well, stick around and I'll show you how I got it on there. Getting this installed is super easy, super fast, especially if you have all the tools you need to make it a bit easier. Now, you have all the hardware and all the extra pieces included with your kit, as well as a T50 Torx wrench, but there's some other things I recommend digging through your toolbox for. Since you are gonna have to be loosening some bolts on your truck, they might be a little tight, especially if the truck is a bit older. So getting a socket wrench as well as the appropriate bits would be very helpful. So we have a T50 Torx bit, we have a 10mm socket. If you can grab a 5mm Allen key or a bit, that would be very helpful too. Going over to the pivoting part of your tailgate, we're going to take a look at these bolts on the driver's side. Remember, driver's side is where this installs. Now, this top bolt here, we're going to completely remove that one. And this bottom bolt, we are going to loosen. And you are going to use a 10mm socket to do so. Remember, for that bottom bolt, you're only loosening it. You need to keep that bolt in the tailgate because this is going to be the support for your plate. So notice this plate and notice the cutout here and here. So see how that's open? That's because that's going to fit over that bolt. just like that. And then you're gonna get the button head bolt that was included with your kit. And remember how we took out a bolt up top? Well, this new bolt is gonna replace it. So thread that in there. That button head bolt will tighten down with that 5mm Allen wrench. And then the bottom bolt will tighten down with your 10mm socket wrench. With all that tightened down, now let's go over to your tailgate cable. And you'll see at the very top there's going to be this bolt. Grab your T50 bit and we're going to loosen this one. And this is usually going to be a pretty tight bolt. Once we've removed that bolt, we're then going to separate the cable from the bolt. And there's a little bit of a trick to it. You just have to push out on this metal piece just enough where you can slide that bolt underneath, and that will separate the two. And that way we can get our new plate. Now what I like to do is just clean off any contact points between the truck and the new plate as we install it, putting that bolt and washer right back in where we just took it out. And tighten that bolt back down with your T50 Torx wrench. Now before you install your tailgate assist, you do have to be mindful that this may come in contact with your truck if the parts fail. So what DeeZee does is that they send you this little Mylar patch, and that's something that you can stick to your truck. I like to put it right over here underneath our bracket, making sure to make this as clean as possible before I patch this on there. For some trucks, you do have to cut this to fit. Fortunately for the F-450, this entire strip fits perfectly within this open space. With all the bolts tightened down, that patch installed, now you're ready to actually attach your tailgate assist. So we're gonna start with the larger end, and if you're confused about which end is which, just know that the narrow part is the one that pivots easily, and the larger part is the one towards the bottom. That's going to just fit onto that ball joint that you had just installed. The top end, or the narrow end, is going to extend up and fit onto that ball joint. Now honestly, the easiest way to do this is just to lift the tailgate up as you attach it, and that will get you a little bit closer. Once that pushes onto that ball joint, your next step is to get your cable, and that fits right back onto that bolt. The final step is just to test the tailgate assist. Give it a couple tries. Try lifting and lowering your tailgate from different heights. You'll see on the lower end, that does not give it a chance to engage as much as if you were dropping the tailgate from higher up. But everything looks really good. Everything looks secure. Over time, I do recommend just double checking those bolts that you tighten down in order to mount this, and make sure that they are always tight. This right here was a look at the DeeZee Tailgate Assist installed on the 2021 Ford F-450. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed this journey.